All right, what is going on, everyone? We're again live on YouTube. So as usual, I'm just gonna wait a couple of minutes just to make sure that everything is running smoothly. So the first thing I need to check is probably my mic, because the other day I was going on a rant for a couple of minutes and somebody told me that I'm actually muted, but we should be all good now. So anyways, right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop a quick message in the free Telegram channel. And by the way, if you haven't seen that one before, well then check out the links below this video, below this stream, and join a free Telegram channel, completely risk-free, and you're gonna get a lot of valuable information. You're also gonna get notified every time we do one of those live sessions or we drop another video. Right. So let me just go and grab this. And then obviously again, we're going to have a look at the currency pairs. We do have some movement from yesterday, so I would say there are a couple of the updates. Live on YouTube again. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly grab the link. In the meantime, you guys let me know how is it going. Are there any setups that you're currently looking at? And do you currently have any trades open? We can go over those as well. If you don't mind, you can send me over a screenshot of your trades or the setup that you're observing. Send it over to me via DM, and I can pull it up on the screen and we can have a look at it. Okay. I knew I'm forgetting something, and it's to mute my phone. Right, a quick message on Twitter as well, and then I'm pretty much done. Okay, we should be fine. Right. So what do we got? Obviously, we're gonna start off with euro dollar. Let me double check the dollar index. I haven't seen that one. All right, so still reacting at the 38.2. So far, we haven't got a sharp move to the upside, but we haven't also broken below previous lows. So my idea remains the same, which means I'm most likely going to be looking for buying opportunities. Now the thing is, obviously we have this support right here. What happened yesterday, by the way? All right, for those of you who were watching the session yesterday, you either managed to make some money here on euro dollar or at least got out of break even. What do I mean? Well, that was the level that we were looking at. All right, so we did have our first reaction, a move to the upside, test of the previous high. Okay, price then dropped back to the entry level. So there was another entry opportunity right here. Okay, Now, if I switch down to the 15-minute time frame, we can see that better. All right. So that was pretty much the level that we were looking at. If you want to, and if you have to verify that, you can go back and check out the live session from yesterday. But pretty much, I was looking for a reaction off of that area. All right. So we did have that happening a few times. Okay. And every time price pushed off, it formed a move to the upside. So even if you manage to get into a long trade on either one of those moves, by the time price comes back here, at least you have to exit a break even, okay? Or maybe even you've made some profit, because in that case, you will have more than one-to-one on this setup. Because we are using in those cases those aggressive stop losses. So you've got that much of a stop loss, and then you're looking for about that much of a profit, right? And so another signal was this massive rejection right here, okay? So price is trying to break above that high, and in fact it's just piercing through that, and then the candle closes all the way down here. So if your entry is down here, then you know this is, you don't need anything more than that to tell you, all right, you need to get out of break even or collect as much profit as you can and then exit that trade. All right. So having an entry from this area and then hitting full stop loss is just unacceptable. But anyways, let's see what happens, what we've got today. Now, if I have to be honest, today we have even better entry levels if price is about to continue higher. So we're again looking at this area right here. We managed to break below that. So we're currently trading around the previous lows or basically around 1.04. Let's say 1.0455 just to make it a little bit more easier. All right, so you can see that level here as well, 1.0455. Okay, so a strong support level, a lot of rejection of that level, and we also have a strong structure. All right, so if I go up to the 1 hour time frame, there's only one thing that's a little bit sketchy about looking for long positions in euro dollar. Okay, but if you accept the loss and that loss is happening in trading, it's not that sketchy, to be honest. So anyways, what am I trying to say? Well, we've got this support right here where we're currently reacting, right? So we could potentially drop a little bit lower. Yeah, maybe take out this structure, then go back to the upside. I would consider this as an entry signal. Now, if I enter a trade, but then price goes back to the downside, we have another support level right here. Okay, so this will be the level around 1.04 roughly. Okay, 1.0410. So anywhere within this area is where we could potentially find another entry. Okay, but we've got to be more cautious. So I still have the same idea. I'm still going to be looking for long positions here on euro dollar, but at the end of the day, if you are looking at the higher time frames as well, something that you must do, even though you may be looking for trades on the 5 to 15-minute chart, you always have to verify your analysis and your trading idea with the higher time frame. So what I'm trying to say is that for a while we can't manage to make a new high. Okay, so even though I am still expecting we may continue higher, and I'm eventually going to be looking for long trades on the lower time frames, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be aggressive or I'm going to be over risking. In fact, it means exactly the opposite. I may use less risk. Okay, I said it in the previous session, I know, but I'm going to say it again. This is very important. If you manage to make some profit within that move right here, and you're still trying to squeeze out as much as possible from this move, you're not supposed to lose the profit that you've made. So you're either going to risk the profit that you've made, all right, and you're going to be a break even, because let's say you made some money here in that move and then you're going to lose those money right here. So you're either going to go break even, or you risk only part of the profit, which is actually much better. All right, and this way, even if you have a losing position here, you're still going to keep a part of the profit that you've made before that. So I know this is Forex 101, but not a lot of people see it that way. Okay, so I think this is quite important. Let me just, because I've got a tea right next to me, but I've got a, okay, that's quite hot. So yes, we're mainly going to be looking for long positions on euro dollar. And why am I saying that? All right, I think I got it now. All right, cheers everyone. So why am I saying that this may be sketchy? Well, because this is a good level where we could potentially enter a long trade. But like I said, even if price breaks below that, it doesn't mean we're going to be looking for short. It means that we're going to be looking again for potential long positions at a lower level. All right. So we'll see what's going to happen. It's already 3 minutes past 8 UK time, which means the London session is now active. Now, what do we got on pound dollar? Well, if we look at pound dollar, we did manage to break above the previous high just by a little bit, and then we immediately have that reversal. All right. So since we know that there's probably more bullish pressure in the pound, because this is what we've been seeing recently, that probably means this level could be a potential good level for buying opportunities. So we'll see how the market will react if it drops to the downside, right? Because if this is the continuation to the upside, for me, this is not a good entry. So even though I may expect that we may continue higher from current price levels, I'm still not going to take a buy trade. I just don't like that reversal. I need to see something more. All right. So this is what I would consider a good entry signal. So we've got price action slowly moving to the downside. Then out of nowhere, we've got a bullish impulse. Then we've got the retest, all right? And then we've got the continuation. So this I would consider as a good entry opportunity, all right? And this right here, that's just not good enough. So anyways, let me put it that way. Short term, I am expecting for price to come down at least near 1.2640, from where I'm going to be looking for potential reaction and buying opportunities. All right, so what do we got on gold? If I have to be honest with you guys, I actually expected that from here, we're actually going to go to the upside. So I didn't get into any trades. I'm just looking at my other screen and I can see that, yeah, okay, there's not that much of a delay, probably about 5 seconds. But anyways, so I'm going to be looking at those lows down here, okay? So I'm going to move this. Okay. Now this is the 1 hour time frame. If we're about to continue higher and we won't see a deeper pullback, because that's also a possibility. If there's going to be just that much of a pullback, then that probably means we're going to reverse right around the level of 2,880. Okay, so obviously we have previous major lows right here. If you look at the 1 hour time frame, we also have previous highs at that same level. So if, let's say, we come down here, we take out those lows just by a little bit, and then we see that reversal, well, then this is going to be a valid entry signal. There's also a chance we may see price going much lower, and I'm saying much lower because if we are mainly looking at the 15-minute time frame, then that's going to be a big move to the downside. But then if you look at the 4 hour chart, okay, there's definitely levels that, I mean, literally every low here in price action could be a potential reversal level, right? So the way to do it is to go up to the daily time frame and place a Fibonacci, and then find the 38.2 level or the 61.8 level, whichever one you prefer to use. You can obviously work with both if that's the case. So and if you do that, you will see that there is more room to the downside, where I'm not going to be looking to sell, but just waiting for the pullback to end. However, our first job is to see how will price react around 2,880. All right, so that means short term, I am expecting to see a little bit more downside push here, which also makes me think that I may not have an entry during London session today, all right, because we need for price to come down here, then we need to see a reversal, then maybe some momentum to the upside, and if we decide to wait a little bit more for another pullback and then continuation, well, then this is probably going to take several hours, which means we may go into the US session today. Nevertheless, we're going to be looking at gold, and we're going to be expecting a reaction of 2,880. All right. So I think that's it pretty much. What about the yen cross pairs? Well, if there's going to be another downside move on the majors, and I'm talking about euro dollar and pound dollar, then that means we're going to have a downside move on euro yen and pound yen as well. And it's probably going to be a bigger one also. So I can't say whether this is going to happen, but if we're about to see a move to the downside, we're basically going to be expecting a breakout, right? A breakout of those major lows right here. So if we break below that, then I don't even want to talk about targets. I mean, if we manage to catch a breakout before it happens of such a major level right here, well, then that probably means the market is going to gather a lot of momentum to the downside, which means we're going to get into a really nice trade. So what's the way to do it? Well, I'm going to drop down to the 15-minute time frame. Now, for me, it's early to enter a trade. You know, first of all, I don't trade within a range. And second of all, I don't enter a trade anticipating that, let's say, a breakout is going to happen. I need to see that breakout, and then I wait for the pullback in order to trade the breakout. All right, but it's already, my idea is that I want to see the market's intentions, and then I want to enter a trade. I don't want to enter a trade and expect the market to, you know, complete my analysis just because I think something is going to happen. However, if you want to, because like I said, this move to the downside, this will be worth it. So if you decide to enter a trade before the breakout happens, well, even current price levels are making sense. All right, you can go with a stop loss up here, a stop loss up here. This one I would consider quite aggressive, and then you can expect that breakout to happen. All right, we don't yet have a confirmation though. You have to understand that. So don't rush your entries. If you want to, you can, let's say if you are trading with one lot, you can do 0.3 for example, then you can enter on the breakout another 0.3, right? And then as price creates new structure, you can enter another 0.3. So that way, if you normally enter with one lot, you will have one lot here across 3 positions, 3 entries. So you've got to decide what's best for you. And I'll tell you what's best for me to not enter that trade. All right. Why? Because I still have a good setups on euro dollar, on pound dollar, potentially gold as well. So why try and rush my entry here on euro yen and pound yen? All right. But yeah, that's it. That's it pretty much. So let's wait a bit and let's see whether we're gonna have some movement according to my analysis. In the meantime, you guys let me know how is it going. Are there any trades that you're currently into? You know, anything from my main watch list, because you already know that during those live sessions we keep it simple with just a couple of pairs, few pairs, because we are mainly looking at the lower time frames. All right. But I'm more than happy to check out another pair. All right. This is what we do in the premium Telegram channel every morning. Anyway, I go through my main watch list, which is this one right here, and I'm giving you key levels, potential stop loss, and target levels for all the setups that I have on my watch list. All right, that includes major instruments, cross pairs, gold, even Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. I cover them every single day in the premium Telegram channel. So if you want to join, obviously you can do that through our free Telegram channel, or you can go on our website trendlineforex.com, and you can join from our website. All right, and by the way, there are free courses on our website. All you have to do is to sign up completely for free, and then you can take advantage of some free courses. If you're just starting out with your trading journey, well, then this is probably the best way to start. Get a free course for beginners, right? So go on our website, trendlineforex.com, and you'll find them. So here we are approaching the 2880 level on gold. Okay, that's interesting. Well, we need price to come even lower than where it is now. But from what we see so far, well, we've got a massive drop here on gold, so I'd expect that to continue. Now, even if price doesn't tap this level, even if it kind of gives us a reversal right around here, in this case, I would consider this also as a good opportunity because technically we're going to have a higher low. Okay, so far I ain't got nothing on euro dollar and pound dollar. So let me check out the economic calendar for next week. You know, before I used to not like high impact news because I thought every time I hit stop loss was because of news, right? And so I was like very frustrated. I was literally didn't know what's going on, whether I should enter a trade if there's news and stuff like that. But if your analysis is right, the news are gonna help you get to your target, and most of the time they will be aligned with the whole technical picture. So I know now if there are no news for a whole week, just like this week, the market is going to be kind of slow, right? So we're probably not going to see those big swing moves, either reversals or continuation trades. But then when the market is a little bit more busy and we have some high impact news, I know we're going to have some good trading opportunities. So let's check this out. Let me go to, I'm going to just switch that over right here. So just the high impact news next week. Does that mean, let me just, well, third. Yeah, let's do third. And I'm mainly looking for high impact news for the US dollar. Obviously, there are some for the Aussie dollar. Okay. Yep. Wednesday looks like we may have some movement across the major instruments. Right. Important news for the euro, obviously, on Thursday. And oh yeah, as the first Friday of the month, obviously we have NFP. All right. So I feel like next week is gonna be even better. See, we've got some bullish momentum here on the yen cross pairs. So let me see dollar yen. All right, for now, same here. But we certainly don't have such a strong momentum on the majors. About to reach the 61.8 here on euro yen, and we've already feel like we've already done this here on pound yen. Yep, currently trading at the 61.8. I do like those kind of setups, to be honest. Got previous structure, take it out. Exactly the same thing happened here on the 15-minute time frame. Same thing here on the 15-minute time frame, right? You can see that's why I've got those lines, right? Because it's exactly the same setup like this one right here. It's just that this one may play out here on the 4-hour time frame. I wonder if there's anyone new in the live stream, or is everybody who's watching watched some of the previous sessions as well? Let me know in the comment section. Oh yes, hi there. Of course. Did you have any trades yesterday? I know you had one on pound dollar the other day, I believe. What about yesterday? Because yeah, the last couple of sessions, what we talked about was that reversal which happened right here within this area where price went to the upside, and then we talked about this potential setup. So they managed to get to catch both of these. Pound dollar was playing out very nicely recently. Taken out. All right, that's how did that happen? Right, so this is what I'm waiting for, because I am not expecting that the next bullish move is gonna start from a price action like this. So I really want to see some sort of a reversal here, which is going to send price a little bit lower, to then potentially go back to the upside. But let's see. So roughly I'm going to place a horizontal level right here. If we manage to come a little bit lower and then see that reversal, so let's say we come down here and then we see a reversal, this is what I'm going to use as my entry signal. But of course it really depends, because if we start pushing down and there's a lot of momentum in price, well, that probably means we're going to continue even lower. So if we start gathering momentum to the downside and we see that there's a lot of bearish pressure, I'm probably not going to be looking for that reversal. But I am not expecting that we're going to see a continuation to the upside right away. So here it is, as you can see, the same thing on euro dollar. So we are eventually going to drop lower, I think so, and retest some lower levels before we push back to the upside. All right, gold is approaching that 2,880 level, currently trading at 2,881. So let's see. I want to see it a little bit lower, right? Just lower than those previous lows. And then I'm going to be looking for a potential reversal. See, considering that we're trading within this range right here, this momentum doesn't really mean much because we're about to test a strong resistance, right? It's a signal that, you know, there is a higher chance now that we're going to break above that just because we're gathering momentum. But is that really true? Because we're looking at this momentum and then we had exactly the same thing every single time price was pushing back to the upside, right? And then we rejected that level again and again and again. So let's see. And again, if price starts pushing to the downside here on the majors, I'm talking about euro dollar and pound dollar, then that means we should most likely see a reversal on euro yen and pound yen, again back to the downside. So that momentum will really give traders who trade within a range a trading opportunity, because it currently sends price back to the upside to retest the resistance. So we can already see that price started pushing down on the majors, and if we are expecting the same thing on the yen cross pairs, then that means we are now approaching entry levels, right? I'm not going to take that trade because, like I said, I'm not trading within a range, but I know a lot of people do. Let's see if we're gonna start losing momentum here on the yen cross pairs. So far we've got the 61.8 on euro yen. Pound yen continued a little bit higher, which was expected anyway. But we'll see. Now, for me, it makes more sense to look for that rejection on the 1 hour time frame, right? So I want to see something like this, where we have a long rejection wick to the downside, and then we have a candle which is closing up here, all right, above the support. If that happens on the 1 hour time frame, then I can drop down on the 15-minute time frame, because we would then have a move like this, right, where we're pushing down and we're going back to the upside. So we can then wait for a higher low and a continuation higher. This is pretty much the setup which I'm going to be looking for here on gold, but that means I need to see a rejection on the higher time frame. In this case, the 15-minute time frame only isn't going to work for me. Right, testing the previous highs now. Now, even if we break above those highs right here, we have to be careful, because we've seen this multiple times already. Even though price was trading above the previous highs, managed to reverse back within the range. So even if I see price pushing up here, I need to see whether this is not going to happen again. Um, so I'm really not looking for any trades currently on euro yen and pound yen. But yeah, then I want to see whether we're going to have another pullback here on the majors. So we could potentially look for trades down here. And yes, this is pretty much the plan on gold as well, waiting for a rejection from the lows on the 1 to 4 hour chart, and then looking for an entry potentially on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, it's pretty clear what I need to see in order to enter a trade. The rest is just waiting, really, and that's where a lot of people struggle, right? I'm gonna give it another 10 to 15 minutes at most, and then I'm gonna end the stream. So if you guys have any questions, if you want me to have a look at any other pair, let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section. You know, if there are any questions whatsoever, I will try to be as helpful as possible. Now what we need to see here on the majors on the 5-minute time frame is obviously for price to form a lower high. This is going to be our signal for a potential move towards the downside, all right? For those of you who are watching this stream for the first time and haven't seen our channel before, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell as well so you get notified every time I do those streams. I do them a few times per week, at least a couple of times a week, but also whenever I drop a new video, you can also watch that. Like I said before, we are currently preparing another 2 courses which are going to be on our website completely for free. All right, one of them is going to be about getting funded. I know a lot of people want to get funded either with FTMO or another prop firm, whatever. I'm gonna give you the exact strategy of how you can achieve that. So if you are currently losing challenges, well, you're gonna have the chance to watch a course completely for free on our website. All right, so make sure to bookmark our website on your browser, trendlineforex.com. We currently have two, I believe, courses that are free, so you can go and watch them if you want to. You go to services, you go to beginner, intermediate, and you can watch those two courses for completely free. All you have to do is to sign up on our website, and yeah, and then you will get access immediately. All right, and also join the free Telegram channel. Don't forget to do that. It's probably the most important. This is where you will get updated about everything that we do. If we run a promotion, a giveaway, whenever we drop those next two courses, all right, whenever we do live sessions or send trading setups, whatever we do, it first goes into the free Telegram channel. So make sure to check out the links below this video, below this stream, and join the channel. All right. I think I'm gonna end it here. Like I said, this is what I'm expecting on euro dollar. I want to see price pushing at least once again to the downside. Same thing on pound dollar. All right, ideally 1.2635 and then a reversal. And remember, we don't only want to see price pushing down towards those levels, we want to then wait and see a reversal, and then we're gonna enter the trade. All right, so don't rush with your entries. Just because price has tapped into a certain level doesn't mean we have to go long or short. All right, we always have to wait for further confirmation. All right, so I want to see price taking out this previous low. Once it does, if we get a reversal, well, then we could use that as an entry signal. All right, so that's for euro dollar and pound dollar. And here is gold, where I'm mainly going to be looking the higher time frames. So 1 4-hour chart, I want to see price taking out those lows, or at least reacting in some way. Ideally, something like this would make a lot of sense. All right, so if we see a strong rejection like this one, then we could potentially look for long trades. All right, now when it comes to the yen cross pairs, I really don't like this range, so I personally am not going to be looking for trades. But remember, just because we have a strong bullish momentum now, it doesn't mean that we're surely going to continue higher. All right, so even if we break above that, we want to see whether we're not going to come back within this range. All right, now if we break above that, we then have a retest, and right here on the retest we have a good reversal signal. Well, then that means we're most likely going to continue higher. So you could potentially look for trades then, but by the time that happens, we would have our setups on euro dollar and pound dollar, I feel like. All right, so we'll see how it goes. Take care, everybody. Join the free Telegram channel, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and make sure to watch the rest of the content. We've got plenty of videos on YouTube. All right, and we're going to be doing more live sessions next week. All right, I'll see you next time, everybody.